Thomas Reed stood quietly in the doorway of the pediatric therapy room, watching his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, work with her new nurse. Once a confident CEO of a top consulting firm, Thomas had faced every professional challenge imaginable, but nothing compared to raising his daughter alone after the accident that took his wife's life. Lily had been in a wheelchair since that terrible day 2 years ago. Since then, Thomas had hired and dismissed 12 nurses, none connecting with Lily in the way he hoped. Today, he expected a woman named Allison Parker from the agency. But the young woman kneeling beside Lily didn't look like the seasoned specialist from Allison's file. She wore simple blue scrubs, her blonde hair tied in a ponytail. She looked too young, maybe late 20s. Yet Lily's laughter filled the room, a sound Thomas hadn't heard in months. When the woman noticed him, she stood quickly. "Mr. Reed? I'm Harper Bennett. I think there's been a mix-up," she said. Thomas frowned. "A mix-up?" "Yes," Harper explained nervously. "I was assigned to a family on Maple Street, but I must have ended up here on Maple Avenue. Your daughter invited me in, and she was so eager to paint that I didn't want to disappoint her." Thomas glanced at Lily, who proudly held up her artwork. "Daddy, look what Harper helped me make." Thomas smiled despite himself. "It's beautiful, sweetheart." Turning to Harper, he asked, "You're not Allison Parker then?" "No, sir," Harper admitted. "But I am a licensed pediatric nurse, 5 years of experience in rehabilitation therapy." Thomas reviewed her credentials and, to his surprise, realized she was even more qualified than Allison. He sighed. "You're not supposed to be here, but could you stay 1 more hour? Until I sort this out?" "Of course," Harper said warmly. During that hour, Thomas watched as Harper turned therapy into play. She made Lily stretch while singing songs, painted with her during muscle exercises, and encouraged her with the patience of someone who truly cared. When the agency called back, they confirmed the error. Allison had been sent to another home by mistake. "We can send her tomorrow," the coordinator said. But as Thomas looked at Harper and Lily laughing together, he made a decision that surprised even himself. "Actually," he said, "tell me more about Harper Bennett's availability." 3 days later, Harper officially became Lily's therapist. Thomas told himself it was just business. Harper was qualified, and Lily was improving faster than ever. But he couldn't deny that something about their home had changed. The house no longer felt empty. Laughter returned. Hope returned. "Lily stood for 15 seconds today," Harper reported one evening. "That's 3 more than yesterday." Thomas felt his throat tighten. "That's incredible. She's stronger than she knows," Harper said softly, just like her father. Over the following weeks, Thomas began to look forward to Harper's visits more than he should have. Their late-night talks in the kitchen after Lily's bedtime became the highlight of his day. Harper listened without judgment. She laughed easily. She reminded him what warmth felt like. One evening, Harper said gently, "Lily asked me about her mom today." Thomas froze. "What did she say?" "She wanted to know if her mom would be proud of her," Harper replied. "And I told her she absolutely would." Thomas couldn't find the words. Harper reached out and held his hand. "You're doing an incredible job, Thomas," she whispered. "Even when you think you're not." That touch changed everything. Thomas tried to distance himself, telling himself it was unprofessional. But when the agency called again, offering to send Allison back, he looked at Lily's smiling face and Harper's gentle patience and knew there was no replacement. That evening, he asked Harper to stay a moment longer. "The agency called," he said quietly. "They offered to send Allison Parker again, but I told them no. Lily needs you." Harper smiled, relieved. "Thank you. There's something else," Thomas continued. "I shouldn't say this, but I have feelings for you. Beyond professional ones. I'll respect your boundaries completely, but I needed to be honest." Harper looked at him for a long moment. "Then I should be honest too," she said. "I feel the same. I've tried to ignore it, but I care about both of you." They agreed to take things slow, to keep things professional during therapy, and explore their feelings outside of it. Months passed. Lily continued to improve. Harper and Thomas went on quiet dinners, took walks, and built something that felt real. Then, one Saturday afternoon, everything changed. Lily let go of her parallel bars and took 3 wobbly steps forward. straight into Harper's arms. "I did it!" she cried, tears streaming down her face. Thomas and Harper both wept as they held her. That moment wasn't just Lily's victory, it was all of theirs. A year later, Lily walked down the aisle as the flower girl at her father's wedding. Harper stood in white, holding wildflowers, and Thomas thought about how one small mistake, a wrong address, had brought them together. Sometimes the greatest blessings hide behind life's biggest mix-ups. Sometimes love finds you where you least expect it. And sometimes the wrong door leads you exactly where you belong.